Most people building AI income waste months on the wrong idea. Not because they are not working hard, but because they picked an idea before they validated it. They assumed someone would pay for it, that the audience existed, and the problem was real enough to drive purchases. After months of effort, they discovered that one or more of those assumptions was wrong. This video gives you a 4-question validation framework you can run before you build anything. For questions, about 30 minutes. Enough to know if your idea is worth months of effort before you invest. Validation gets skipped for a simple reason. Building feels productive, validating feels like delay. When you have an exciting idea, the instinct is to start, create the product, build the system, write the content. Stopping to ask whether you should feels like hesitation, and hesitation feels like weakness. Here is the cost of skipping validation. An average digital product takes 15 to 40 hours to build. If it solves a problem nobody pays for, those hours are lost. Validation takes 2 to 4 hours. The math is obvious. Validate first to save significant time and effort. Here are the 4 validation questions. Question 1. Can you find 10 people actively experiencing this problem right now? Not people who might have this problem someday, but 10 people actively experiencing it today. Look in Reddit communities, LinkedIn posts, YouTube comments, Facebook groups, and direct conversations. If you find 10 people, the audience exists. If not, the problem may be too narrow or rare, or not painful enough to drive people to search for answers and spend money on solutions. You are not looking for vaguely interested people. You are looking for people who are actively frustrated by the problem right now. Frustration drives purchases. Interest does not. Question 2. Are people already paying for solutions to this problem? Search for existing products, courses, consultants, or services that address the same problem. Look on Gumroad, Udemy, Amazon, and Google. If you find existing solutions, that is good news. Not bad news. It means people are willing to pay for help with this problem. Your job is to serve the same need better, more specifically, or for a different audience. If you find nothing, that is a warning sign. The absence of existing solutions usually means either the problem is not painful enough to drive purchases, or the market is too small to sustain a business. If nobody is making money solving this problem, ask hard questions before building a solution. Question 3. Can you describe the outcome in one sentence that makes someone nod? Write the sentence using this structure. This product helps a specific type of person. Go from a specific starting point to a specific result. For example, this product helps small business owners go from managing customer complaints manually to having a consistent response system that protects their reputation and keeps customers coming back. Now share that sentence with 3 people who match your target audience description. Do they nod immediately? Do they say yes, that is exactly the problem I deal with? Or do they look politely interested but not particularly moved? If they nod, the framing is working. If they do not, either the problem is not specific enough, or the outcome is not compelling enough. The sentence needs to be specific enough that the right person immediately recognizes themselves in it. Question 4. Would you pay for this if someone else built it? This is the most honest question. You know this problem. You understand the solution. If someone else built exactly what you are planning to build and charged the price you are planning to charge, would you purchase it? If yes, that is a strong signal. If you hesitate, examine why. Is the price too high for the value delivered? Is the outcome not quite right? Is the problem not quite specific enough? Your hesitation is data. Do not ignore it. For people who want higher confidence before building, there is one additional step. Pre-sell the product before you build it. Describe the product in a social media post or a direct message to relevant contacts. Explain what it solves and who it is for. Tell people the price. Ask if anyone would like to be notified when it launches. Count the responses. If 5 or more people express genuine interest, that is a pre-validation signal worth acting on. You do not need to charge them before the product exists, but the expressed interest tells you the idea resonates with real people, not just in your imagination. Here is what to do with the results. If all 4 questions have strong answers, build it. You have evidence that the problem is real, the audience exists, the outcome is clear, and the value is credible. Move forward with confidence. If one or two questions have weak answers, refine before building. Usually the refinement is about specificity. Make the problem more specific. Make the audience more defined. Make the outcome more concrete. Often a small adjustment in how you frame the idea moves it from weak validation to strong validation. If 3 or 4 questions have weak answers, restart. This idea, in its current form, is not ready. Go back to your knowledge and look for a different problem. Look for the problem that is more specific, more painful, or more clearly solvable. The restart is not failure. It is the validation framework doing its job, saving you 15 to 40 hours of building effort on the wrong thing, and potentially saving you months of marketing effort trying to sell something that does not have a ready audience. Most people who build products that do not sell made a simple error. They validated with themselves instead of with their audience. They decided the product was valuable because they would find it useful. But you are not your audience. Your audience is the person who has the problem that does not have your expertise. Run the validation with real people who have the problem. Not with yourself. Not with friends who are being polite. With real potential buyers. Validation is not delay. Validation is the most efficient use of your time before committing to a build. For questions, 30 minutes. Run them on every idea before you touch a creation tool. The ideas that survive all 4 questions are worth building. The ones that do not are not. And knowing the difference before you invest months is exactly what makes AI income building sustainable rather than exhausting. If your idea survives the validation framework, the AI workflow product system walks you through building and launching it step by step, including how to structure the content so it solves the specific problem your validation confirmed people have. The link is in the description. And if you want to understand what your validated product could mean for your retirement timeline, the free AI Catch-Up Calculator shows you that picture. The link is in the description. One additional thing worth saying about the validation process before you move forward. The validation framework in this video is designed to prevent the most common and costly mistake in digital product building. But it is not designed to produce certainty. No validation process produces certainty. What it produces is evidence. Enough evidence to make an informed decision about whether to invest the build hours. Some products that pass all 4 validation questions still do not generate the sales volume you hoped for. That is not a failure of the validation framework. It is a signal that one of the other variables needs refinement. The product solves a real problem that real people will pay for. The issue is somewhere in how it is being communicated, or where it is being placed in front of potential buyers. Some products that look shaky in the validation process turn out to be exactly what the market needed. A niche that seems too narrow turns out to have a passionate, loyal audience that converts at high rates. Validation reduces the cost of being wrong. It does not eliminate the possibility of being wrong. What it does eliminate is the most expensive type of wrong, which is spending weeks building something that addresses a problem nobody will pay to solve. Run the 4 questions. Build if the answers are strong. Refine and relaunch if the initial launch falls short. Stay in the iteration cycle. The product that works after 3 refinements is just as valuable as the product that worked on the first launch. Probably more so, because the refinements made it more precisely matched to what your audience actually needs. The goal is not a perfect first product. The goal is a useful product, made more useful over time, through the feedback of real buyers. Validation gets you started with the right problem. Iteration gets you to the right product.